Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Fez. Let's continue. So we've got a few more things to do as far as collectibles are concerned. Hey, there's an owl flying down, so hey, while that owl is flying down, let's see if we can find a decent way. Well, game's not gonna be super easy on me, is it? I probably want to walk on these parts somewhat, so I guess I need to turn the other direction there, don't I? This is useless. A point of origin, after and beyond. So, are any of these elements that we're finding translating? No. So there's a high chance, high probability that I'm not going to get everything, because it's very possible the game is saving and just remembering the number of the number of the number of the owls. Sorry, I'm getting distracted here. That I've talked to. I've almost certainly not talked to all of them. Oh man, I just hate these. This is the prime example of where a visual assistance, as soon as you've solved one of these in New Game Plus, should just translate to the letters. Because I kind of know that this is left trigger, right trigger. No, it's left. No, it's right. And I hope I'm looking at it the right way. I think I am. I assume so. Right, right trigger. Left, left trigger. Left, up, down, A. You have to be kind of standing near it. So, right, right trigger. Left, left trigger. Yeah. Can't do it. My mind, like, even though I'm sleeping, like, I don't have the memory for this stuff. I really don't. These long patterns are just too long. Forest white pillar is what they were calling them. Alright, here it is. I had the answer up earlier, and then I closed the page. Okay. So this is the first one. So, right, right trigger, left, left trigger, left, up, down, A. Yeah. And sure, I'll admit that my memory is probably some of the worst memory that people have ever seen. But there's a lot of people with bad memories. And I don't want to have to pull out a pen and paper while playing the game. I really, really don't want to do that. I really don't find that entertaining as far as of a possibility. Like playing the game The Witness, I think I did most of those puzzles without any struggle. Is this the right way? Yes, it is. Just spinning around. Oh, geez. There's even a cube here. I must have just run out of this whole area. I really didn't spend any time at all here, did I? Because that's not difficult. Oh, by the way, I reloaded and this black cube texture didn't fix itself. Alright, next. I guess I was just moving really fast, not really trying to make a big deal of getting anywhere. This was arguably maybe a slightly creepy level, but in all honesty, that is not wouldn't be a reason why I would leave a level. Like I thoroughly enjoy spooky, creepy levels, so and games like that, and they don't affect me in any way. I think there was probably a collection. Okay. I see what's going on here. There could be as many as it could be as many as one remaining owl, or there could be, let's see, 3, 4, 5 remaining owls that I need to talk to. And by the looks of it, I can't solve this room and get to here. Let's see. So before I leave this section, let me just double check the answer here. It seems fairly obvious we have to talk to all the owls. And I was saying in the last recording that it did feel like maybe we weren't going to get 100% of the game, because it's probably saving it's probably saving every time I talk to an owl, but now it seems like they've integrated that. Let's see. So in the waterfall level near the pillar there's an owl. In the windmill level there's an owl. In the forest level there's an owl. I think we already talked to that one. And outside the octopus building in the revolving solar system there's an owl. Apparently there's a glitch if you remove a patch from the game. But, yeah. The good news is we have 3 out of the 4 owls, and I would suspect, even better news, we have a decent chance that it's in the windmill level where we need to go anyways. If not, it's in the squid level, which, let's see. I guess what I should do, let's see if we can talk to these guys. Because if they tell me what their hint is, then I should be able to figure this out. Nope. Okay. So, It may very well be the octopus one we missed. Yeah, seems like that probably is it. Pink Tree Temple Science Warp Zones. Which would be where? I guess the question that we best need answered here is, like, here's the octopus thing, so if we could warp back here, we can go back and check that. Yeah. Alright, so that wouldn't be too big of a deal. Here's a level where flying, I think, would be very helpful. So, I need to figure out which one of these goes where I want to go. I think this one goes where I want to go. And then we'll just warp back here. Try to do things somewhat linearly. Like, there are more efficient ways, certainly, for this to play out. But I would also like to not play in such a confusing manner that even I would have trouble following it. Right. We're looking for this room. Which probably... see, where was that one? What's in this room? Kind of nothing. Probably it's like a church or maybe a classroom or something. Alright. Not there. Not there. What are the odds this would go where we want it to take us? Nope. Not so lucky. Here's the QR room that is complete, which I guess we could try this here. Right trigger, right trigger, right trigger, left trigger, right trigger, right trigger, right trigger, left trigger. Didn't do anything. And honestly, there was nothing marking that as something that would have done anything anyway, so well, it's no big surprise. I don't think that's the direction we want to go, so I'm gonna risk it and jump down here. No, that's the way we went back up. Fly back up over here. That's the clock. So, is there possibly some level of verticality that if the exits on a certain vertical level in this level all end up going in that general direction? No. I don't think so. Maybe it's faces though. Maybe what I should take from this is that this door, but I don't see any other doors on this side of on this face. So that doesn't make sense either. Did I miss a door down there? I don't think so. Just trying to figure out that there clearly was a way to get places. So where did these doors go? It's not that there are black holes blocking things, is it? Maybe it's down this space. That's the way out. Wow. So, yeah, it seems very much like there's no consistency at all as far as... Alright, now we need the squid room. Here's more text that I suppose I could have tried to write down. Could try that warp. That might be somewhat useful later. Actually, I think if I was to guess, there's a warp here too. So that might save us some time. The game is getting a little grindy. Why is my little qubit not working? I'm noticing glitches, and for a small, short game, that doesn't seem reasonable. Like, it really doesn't. And yeah, I could grant that maybe as a puzzle game there's a little bit more programming to it. Maybe that's a factor too. But this is funny. I'm flying, but I'm also grabbing the ledges, and I'm not really intending to. And we're here, and from the looks of it, we already got this owl. Well, that sucks. Let's get out of here then. So that means it's in the lighthouse area. So we should fast travel to the lighthouse area, and then the owl section will be the last place we visit. Which, okay, that's doable, but it is moving us around. So these will come back to. Meanwhile, if we go this way, we could get an offshoot of that, and we kind of have to go that way anyways to get to the lighthouse area, and then we kinda need to go that way to go to the bell area and get the offshoots there also. And then once we get, let's see, to the lighthouse area, then I don't know if the lighthouse area goes any further in other directions that we need to go to. Yeah, but we could fast travel to those areas later, so that's not a big focus. So this should take us where we need to go. I guess there is something to applaud here as far as the fact that they've mostly kept this land. Well, I went to the wrong location. That's fine. We'll do this then. This is relatively easy. We're going in a general singular direction. It's just going to be a matter of figuring out the right door. That's not the right way either. Just turning around to make sure I know all the doors. That's not the right one either. There's kind of a repetition in some of these levels. There it is. Where some levels look a little bit too much like the other levels. Alright, we're just gonna go ahead and fly up to the top. There's a secret in this area, and the secret is the owl. So we need to just wait here. I assume that's the secret. We could, I guess, refer to the treasure maps and see if maybe there was something here. Why am I climbing ivy? That was weird. I didn't even see that. So we have another one of these situations where I want to play the game. Like, I want to play the game, and instead of playing the game, I have to sit here and wait for a minute or two to see if this owl is going to show up. And if it goes a full day cycle and the owl doesn't show up, then I have to assume I actually talked to the owl. And if that's the case, then I either missed it at the waterfall level, which that was a tricky thing, or I missed it in the transforming cabin where you spin around and it takes you to a different location. Which I'm fairly certain I didn't miss either of those. Also, I would then need to figure out what the secret is for this level. Is there a possibility that the black holes simply don't allow time to pass? Or you just don't get nighttime in this section? I guess that's also a possibility. It feels like by now time should have started to pass a little bit. So I'll take a moment and drink some water, and I guess we could go in the first person perspective and see and look around and see if maybe there's something. No, just now it's starting to turn to dusk. It's just incredibly slow. So, and I don't think you could have gone into your computer's clock and really changed it, because it seems like it's kind of like on a 2 or 3 minute cycle that it goes from day to night. So you just kind of have to wait, and that's boring. That's not good gameplay development. Hexahedron, octahedron, dodecahedron, or sacred geometry. And that's auto-saving. By the way, at the very beginning of the game, it does tell you that the auto cube is the cube spinning in the lower right corner is an auto-save imagery. But I feel like they could have done something different. Alright, we've got something different here. Was there anything else in that room? Absolutely nothing. So that was just the internals of the windmill. And inside that treasure chest we just got a cube, which is a little surprising. There's 2 more cubes, and one of them is built out of the remaining pieces. I guess there's nothing more really to be revealed here. I could jump down and we could see that this just kind of goes everywhere, and I could fly up and we'll see that it's just animated all the way. Yep. Got little mice, rats running around. And we really don't even have to mess with things, because we know there's nothing else here. So now it's just a matter of finding the door, which I think this is probably the door we're looking for. Yes. And I think in this area, it's like we're short a key if we need one more key. I suspect we don't need another key. So there's just a door somewhere that I haven't reached. How would I get up there? Right. So let's see. Come over here. Climb through that. Come over here. Climb up here. And then just jump over here. And then down. I wanted to do that legitimately just to remind myself I can do most of the platforming in this game. And since that clearly seems like a section of the game that was pretty reasonable, I could accomplish. Right, so just okay. So having just said that, this is very possibly going to be one of those elements that I try to avoid. Yeah, but I made it. And then something somewhere here is going to rotate, but I am not sure what. Okay. Not too bad. Right. There's also something that's been solved here. I just got a piece of a cube, and not a full cube, at an end node, but it did not give me a warp back. And it frankly would have been kind of nice if it had given me a warp back. I'm not sure that they're... Like, I'm not sure the fastest way to get out of here. Because we need something with a warp, and it looks to me like we don't get anything with a warp for a while. What we didn't see, and I feel like this kind of stinks, is I was kind of hoping that this level with its color would be solved at some point in some way to put in color into the Game Boy section. I thought that would be a cool revelation. It would require you to do a little bit more planning and make sure that people see the black and white Game Boy section first, or possibly have it set up in such a way that you have to switch between the color section and the black and white version of the Game Boy section. Having that not being an issue, then all of these pipes kind of don't mean anything. That they're just different colorful pipes for no reason. Maybe as kind of a simplistic offhanded reference to Super Mario Brothers, and that's about it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just gonna go ahead and fly all the way up. Now the question is, like, I think we need to go to the bell so that then we can go, yeah, we need to go here so we can go to the bell and get these last bits, which are missing. So, which one is it? Is it this one? Or is it this one? It's not the rainy one, and it's clearly not the Game Boy one. I feel like some of these warps may actually not include warps to every place. I wouldn't be surprised if there are actually 5 locations. Alright, we're in the right place, so we got it. Now it's just a matter of finding the bell. That was easy enough. There's a door down here that I imagine was not accessible before because of, let's see, that's not what I want to say. Zoom in on this. Yeah, I imagine that door might go somewhere else, so let's go a different location first. We're looking for the tree. Which is here. Yeah, and we absolutely know we couldn't do anything in this level because the water was all wasn't drained. What? Another door? How many doors can there be? There has to be. This has to be the last one, I'm pretty sure. But honestly, I didn't even know what's behind this one. In any case, this one requires 64 cubes to open. That's right. All of the cubes. All of them. Better get a move on. Okay. So I had assumed we were going to end up doing the owl section last, but we're going to have to bounce off of that and do this section last. Wouldn't it be funny if behind this door was like the Rosetta Stone room? This is weird. So we have a cone of vision that seems to be switching between many textures, and it looks like a Minecraft test room. There's this debug in Minecraft where you can see one of every kind of cube that exists in the game. But some of these are not really recognizable to me. I don't think we spent a lot of time on them. I don't think we're gonna have really too much of a problem here, though. If anything, this kind of just feels like the game is being relatively generous. I don't know if I went in a full circle there. I started there, and I go over here, and then I end up here. So there is a jump. It's in a funny way, if I was to fly right now, I have no idea. Like, I don't know where I'm going, so flying. This is the only way they could possibly convince me that flying wasn't the right move. I feel like I started there. I'm supposed to go this way. There's those carts again. Darn it. The trick here is you can't do more than a 90-degree turn. If you do more than a 90-degree turn, you're going to, well, you're going to end up going the same direction you were before. So you jump up here. Let's see. This is weird. Jump and grab the ledge, I guess. This one's not gonna move, thank goodness for that. That would be annoying if it started closing on me. So we got an anti-cube. And yes, that is the only thing out of here. And it's a red warp gate instead of a purple warp gate. Which I'm more than happy to take that warp gate because I definitely would not want to have spent some extra time there. Alright, so let's ask ourselves this question. The bell. We need to go back to the waterfall area and get something, but the bell area can't be done. Like, that's the last room whatsoever. Alright. So, don't need to go back there. Don't want to go there. 1, 2, 3, 4. How does one reach the waterfall area? It's a direct connection. There's 2 doors here, so one of these must actually go to the waterfall area. And it's probably this one. No. No. Okay, I guess what's happening here is I'm looking at this door and then not looking at that door or not looking at that door. I think I'm probably not looking at this door. No? Wow. Having to struggle to just get through every single area. Right. Now, what was the deal with this area? There was a door we just didn't go down. And that's it. The secret for like this purple column is not something I need to be concerned about. Because we did that. There's just straight up a door we did not go through. We've been through that door. Have we not been through this door? Wow. So you kind of see there's a issue with this whole thing because they didn't put actual doors on everything. Wow, this is just like a cycle. It seems like this room just goes on infinitely up and down. Interesting. Alright, well, we'll see what happens there. And no wonder that we had like kind of a large number of missing cubes when you have one whole segment built around giving you a full cube and a couple pieces. Although I guess That's not too inconsistent with the rest of the level. Okay. There's some kind of secret going on here. And you can't actually get up here, can you? So this whole experience would be falling downward. And there's only one exit out of this area. There kind of has to be an anti-cube, doesn't there? And the anti-cube is unlocked, it seems pretty obviously, based on a pattern that is the entire room. It's alright. So instead of struggling, again, pen and paper would be necessary here. I mean, we can fly up and show that from a specific angle, each one of these platforms is an indicator of a thing that you're supposed to twist out, and one assumes that would at one point give you the code. It's just not worth it. Right, so I'm gonna stand here, and unfortunately that's gonna make the noise. And then I'm gonna go and just type in Fez repeating room. Let's see if I can spell repeating. Let's see, repeating room. Infinite climb room is what they're calling it. Let's see. What this would translate to is right, left trigger, right, A, right, down, A, up. Let's come over here and try this again. Right, left trigger, right, A, right trigger, down, A, up. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. To fly. And that just put the anti-cube on top of the regular cube, which would have been an interesting experiment, I suppose, as far as like, I wonder if the warp itself would have been the only way out of that area. I don't think that's probably the case, but it's a possibility. And it would have been interesting to see what would have happened had in that one instance, and I think that's probably the only instance in the entire game where you might have been able to have a cube and an anti-cube appear at the same place. Maybe the anti-cube would not appear, maybe it would just break, maybe it would make some kind of achievement happen. I doubt it. I mean, that would be not the worst place. If we look at the map, let's see, where was that? Yeah, it wouldn't be too hard in the repeating room there to make a new game or new game plus well, I guess it would have to be a new game and go and get that one achievement. If there is like one achievement that you have to go and get separately if you don't get it on the first try. We've now watered this down to one final location and these locations. So there's 5 more things to do, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, there's next episode will be our last, I guess, and we'll see if there's any more satisfactory endings. You could have added more DLC here and just expanded this world and expanded this world and expanded it. I don't think that makes the game any better. A sequel with a completely different world and maybe different rules and different languages and just feeling a lot like this game, Fez, but improved upon would be what I would want more than anything. But I also would be kind of happy with just a general feeling. Let's see. I'm gonna see if this fast travels here to the right place, or if we end up in the wrong place. I suspect in the next episode that we will kind of... Yeah, that was the wrong place. This is where we want to go. The creepy, rainy place. Yeah, I suspect we're gonna wrap up things and then we're gonna be done. And there definitely will be some stuff that is just missing. The reason why that warp also is not informative is it kind of shows the skyline instead of showing the tile set of the buildings, which it would make more sense to me personally if it showed the tile set of the buildings. Yeah, one more cube to find, which means basically one more fragment of a cube, and then one more anti-cube to find, and then one more artifact to find, and I'm pretty sure that's it, which kind of means we probably have already done that one. We probably just cheated our way through that one, and I honestly think I can probably solve this without cheating, but I may cheat just for ease of sake. Yeah, and I guess there's just nothing else to say. That's gonna be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend to follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below in the description box. And if you want to support me further, there's a link to Patreon, or you can friend me on Steam and gift me a game off my wishlist. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.